Hello and welcome to my first ever YouTube video. I am doing a look that is really simple. It has been very much requested many times and it's just a really easy way for contouring. So I hope you enjoy, let me know. Here is the first step. This is the Strobe Golden Elixir. It was limited. You can just get the normal one. And I just put it all over my face with my hands. And then I am using the Tilbury Foundation Light Wonder in number 8 and using the MAC 159 brush to apply it everywhere on my face. Now I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in soft brown. I'm just building up a shape on the front of my brow and then creating more of a tail. I am quite lucky in the sense that I do have quite full brows anyway. It is literally just the tail that needs building. And then this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow, again in soft brown, and just adding that where I have less hair. It is important that if you have an area on your face that has less hair, you do use a darker colour, otherwise the textures won't match. And then I've just used, I think it's a Zoeva angled brush from the rose gold kit, and just brush that through and then just building up the other side. Again, going in with your dip brow on the tail. And that brush is the 210 brush. I'll list everything that I use in the caption box at the bottom. And that is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Set. Now I'm going in with my concealer, which is the Prolongwear concealer in NC35. This is a little bit lighter than my skin at the minute. I'm going to put it all underneath my eye and on top of my eye, which is going to add light to my face with a 224 brush from MAC. You want to put quite a bit on to make sure you get really full coverage. I'm going to put it on my chin, on the end of my nose and in between my forehead and brows. This is going to add light to my face, and then I'm using a damp beauty blender sponge and just blending that all in. Now I've taken the Tilbury powder in number 2 and just sealed everywhere on my face, and then this is the Bronze Glow from Tilbury, and that is what I'm using to contour. I'm using her sculpt brush there, and the powder brush was a 129 from MAC. So you want to put it under your cheekbones, into your temple and onto your forehead if you have a face like me. But it is really important that you do have a really good look at your face, decide what you need doing. I mean, I've got a really wide jaw, I've got like quite a square face, so I want to contour my jaw and blend that down. I'm just running a little bit on my nose, but I do have quite a thin nose anyway, so I don't need to go overboard. But obviously if you have a slightly wider nose, then obviously you can spend a bit more time there. This is a Nars Kabuki brush. I love that brush for just deepening your cheekbones, and I've used Format blusher from MAC for that. And then on my cheeks I'm using the Orgasm blusher by Nars with a 116 brush, and that's from MAC. And then now I'm going to go into the eyes. So this is Caramel from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm using a different 224 brush, and I'm just going to put that into my socket, make it nice and soft and warm. Again, I'm just doing like a simple contouring look, so it's just going to be quite natural. I'm now going in my eye with a Smashbox black kohl liner. I can't remember the name of it, I'll put it in the description box. I'm running that on my waterline, on the lower and the upper lash line. And then I'm taking a 242 brush and taking just that caramel again and just blending the black down so it's a little bit more smoky than it will be on top. If you didn't want the black on the inside, you don't have to. You could use a nude or nothing at all. And I just like my lower lashes to be a little bit darker. And then I'm just going back in with that caramel and just making sure it all links up and dragging it out just slightly. Then these are MAC eyelash curlers. They're my favourite. I've got really straight lashes, so I really need them. Even whether I'm wearing eyelashes or not, which I'm not going to on this look. And then I'm taking Vanilla from Anastasia Beverly Hills with a Zoeva flat brush, which you can get in the same set as the other one, so I'll put that details in, and just putting it all on my lid just to really accentuate the caramel and making the lid pop a bit. It's like a shimmery gold colour. And then just going back in with my caramel and making sure that that stands out. This is my favourite mascara, which is MAC Extended Play. I love it because it's really buildable and it really lengthens your lashes. I'm not really that mad on volume. I'd rather have long lengthened lashes, so this is why I love this one. It's great for all lashes, whether you do already have long ones or whether you have short ones anyway. Now I'm taking the Morphe Brushes fan brush and the Nars highlighter in Albatross and just putting that on my cheekbones and underneath my brow bone to highlight under there. This is an amazing brush for highlighter. It really just puts the product really softly. I'm going to run a tiny bit on the tip of my nose and on my cupid's bow. And then the same flat brush I used before on the top of my lid, I'm just going to use the Albatross and just accentuate the tear duct as well. And then just put another layer of mascara on. I'm now taking Stripdown Liner Lip Liner from MAC and just lining my lips and just really extending the line just slightly, especially on the tail. And then this lipstick is Half and Half, also by MAC, and that's it done. Now this is the really awkward time where you try and show your face off and my little puppy will get a little peek soon. He's called Teddy and I thought I have to share him with you all. He's just so cute. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. Let me know what you think. I really want to know what you think. If you've got any ideas, any other looks that you want me to do, give it a thumbs up if you like it. Please subscribe if you want to, and follow me on Instagram as well. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.